it, fella. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the power band. This is The Blob. In this episode, everybody dies. I'm your host, the Wolverine, along with my super companions, Jar Higo.
Hi.
And C-Lab Forever.
Yo. Oh.
Welcome to the show, folks. This week, we're talking about the 1996 classic. It doesn't get more 90s than this. Jesus Christ, dude. We got fucking action scientists, major action, growling tornadoes, and I'm not back. We watched Twistah. That's right, Twistah. With Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, or Bill Paxton Prime, as I like to say, because he was absolutely at the top of his game. And a really weird, stellar cast of actors. Let's get into this movie. High level.
I don't know why we were talking about this recently, but it came up in conversation. I mean, other than the obvious of like classic 90s Bill Paxton, like it just I got the itch and I threw it on the schedule and then it came up and I remember this movie. I don't know how many times I've seen it. I've only probably seen it a handful of times. And I remember it just being like, that was the coolest fucking movie in the 90s. So when I was, fucking 17 or whatever, I was pretty pumped on it. And like special effects were cool and shit. And I just remember it being like a romp and a half. And I didn't find any of those things this time, but I really enjoyed it still. Like it was much more of a nostalgia piece this time around for me. Just in the like 90s-ness of it, and we'll get into it, I think, a bit, but like 90s. A good example is like there's no such thing as a smartphone or GPS, and so they're like fucking flipping around paper maps, being like, Twister's over near fucking Bing Bong, Kansas City, Kansas. Like, okay, dude, take a left on this dirt road. You're like, are you sure? It's like, yeah. It was very 90s and very ridiculous and very fun. I had a great time. I really had a good time. It was really just, I don't know, it was like the Flying Doves Face Off style 90s action, but it wasn't at all, it was like Jurassic Park-ish a little bit, and just had some really fun really fun shit going on. That's it.
I like that Hank Rollins from Johnny Mnemonic popped into your highlight.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but I like it.
Yeah.
To read a map for us.
Yeah. Dude, if Henry Rollins was in this, it would have fit. He would have fit right into the crew.
Over my Bing Bong Ding Dong.
Bing Bong Ding Dong.
It's right. It's in the same family as the Bleep Bloops. Dude.
It is. There were some Bleep Bloops in this.
Yeah, definitely, dude. We're going to get into those bleep bloops later. Folks, Chad, great job. Really enjoyed your high level.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Benoit.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to be the dissenter.
No.
This didn't... I've never seen this before.
Whoa, really?
Okay.
That would not have held up in a first watch, I don't think.
The whole time I watched it, I was just like, how did this get made? How did this cast get recruited to make this POS? Oh my fucking God. Like, just like,
and it printed money.
What
dude.
is what is the premise? Like these like group of like ragtag storm chasers versus like the corpo fucking storm chasers. Like, what the fuck is going? Like, I I was getting like flashbacks of like hackers,
Yeah,
like, this, like,
Hack the Gibson,
non-existent like subgroup of like people. Like, yeah, I half expected them to like all go to a club like after they went to Helen Hunt's mom's place to like go, I don't know, roller skate to electronic music or something.
Totally, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, as the whole time I was watching it, I was like, wow, this is like weird hackers or Airborne for like, I don't know, people that are really into weather or something.
Airborne for meteorologists.
How dare you compare this movie to my
turning
beloved
meteorology
Airborne?
into an extreme sport, you know?
I love
Yes.
it. I love it. Yeah, dude,
wow.
I'm surprised
Good
that you
stuff,
had
man.
never seen this, and I am not at all surprised that it does not hold up on a first watch.
Yeah. Like, you know, I love Bill Paxton. I did not think this was his best stuff. Like, I felt like his character was pretty bland compared to what he's usually like in movies. Like, I wasn't getting a lot of that Paxton-y goodness, you know, like I just wasn't getting that out of this. Like, he was pretty subdued.
There was a bit of the whine, though. There was a little whiny Paxton.
A lot going on, dude.
Yeah, but it was very, I don't know.
He's getting beat up by a couple of women, dude. You know, I mean, you know,
There was a love
having a
triangle.
hard time.
A 90s love triangle.
Sure.
Tough time for old Bill. His name was Bill in the movie too.
I love that.
I know. It's like, seriously, his name is Bill.
Yeah. It sure is.
Yeah. You know, Phillip Seymour Hoffman was definitely channeling what's his face from Matthew Lillard from Hackers.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
He was like
That's
they couldn't get Matthew Lillard, so they got him. And
There's a
A little
comparison for you
sprinkling
folks.
of Ulrich Bachman a little bit in there, too. You know, he just kind of has that actor's vibe a little
Ulrich
bit.
Bachman. Wow.
Dude, who is that,
from
Chad?
The Silicon Valley.
Valley?
That's a character name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Sure. Anyway,
Great high level,
that's it.
Ben. Excellent high level. You beat Chad in the high level, and it was really great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why dub?
So here, all right. So I've got a bit of a confession to make. I
watched it
hate
7
this
times.
movie. No, I hate this movie. I watched it twice. I hate this movie.
Really?
I hated this movie in 1996. I hate this movie now. I hated it both times I watched it. I was laughing so fucking hard last night when I was watching this. Oh my God. I could not stop laughing the whole fucking time. It's so dumb. I don't know how they got all of these people to do this movie, but I will whip out my can of whip ass after my high level, and I'll leave it at that.
Dude, I love it.
This movie is just,
I love it. I
it's
feel like
just, it's fucking dumb. There's not enough Extreme Mountain Dew in it. There's not enough Extreme Doritos in it, dude. Like hallmarks of the 90s. You know, this movie is so 90s and just so utterly dumb. It's just dumb. And like Ben said, there is no fucking plot in this movie, dude. So that said, let's start the show.
Let's get to it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is like when I was like, Dad, you need to watch this movie. It's the best thing I've ever seen. It is a masterpiece of cinema. And I sat him down to watch Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, and he was just
that
like,
is a masterpiece.
I remember I was probably like 14, and I was like, this is the funniest movie ever made. And he watches it, and he was like, you're not my son. You know what I mean?
Totally. That movie was extremely funny. I must have watched it about 300
Sure,
times.
but
It's
like
so goddamn
when
good.
you're like 40 in the 90s, as my dad,
I
he'd
guess,
just be
yeah.
like, "What
Yeah,
the
sure.
fuck are you idiots doing making this shit?" You know,
Sure.
I feel like this is similar. Where I'm like,
I-
"This is the best movie ever, guys," and you guys are like,
Yeah.
Okay, man."
No, not quite like that. You may be feeling like I did with National Treasure. I was very excited. I love that movie, and the two of you fucking took the wind out
Took
of
it
my
to
balloon with such intensity, man. With the intensity of a tornado, if I may add some connective tissue to my thought.
Wow.
We were just there with bone saws, just chopping the body up and bagging it.
Well, kind of, man. But the thing was is that you guys
being like that intense.
No,
it wasn't for me. I was here's the thing is that when we decided to do National Treasure, everybody was like, hey, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, like that's a fun movie. And then we got on the mic, you guys were like, "This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous," and I'm like, "This is so cool." You're like,
It was an ocular
"This is
device,
so
guys.
cool."
It was an
And you
ocular
guys were
device.
you guys were like, "Yeah,
Not so
really,
much.
dude." I was like, "Wow, I thought everybody liked this. Oh, that's why we picked it, and you guys don't like it." Like, that's what I was like in my head. Dude.
You're sitting there on your couch in your National Treasure T-shirt.
Fuck that! I was wearing a replica of Ben Gates's main outfit
Yeah,
from
no
the
doubt.
movie, dude. What are you kidding me? Oh my god. Anyway,
This actually
you may
does
be
kind of
feeling-
have that National Treasury
yeah.
kind of vibe a little bit.
Well, that feeling is what you're gonna have, Chad, because I'm gonna fucking
You're gonna eviscerate-
eviscerate
I
this
don't mind.
movie, and Ben's gonna be on my shoulders, fucking with a flamethrower.
Master Blaster style. Yeah, totally.
Totally, bro. That is how this is gonna go down.
That's fine. I'm kind of on your motorcycle with you guys, to be honest. Like, the bit that I enjoyed here was just how 90s it was what I
Yeah.
enjoyed. It was like, I don't know. It was very, very, very silly. And then to your point on the plot, like, the point of the movie is not about tornadoes at all. It's obviously about, Bill Paxton getting back
Steak.
together with Helen Hunt, Like, the whole movie's a vehicle for them falling back in love. Aww.
Yeah, but like, why
Yeah,
this is a backdrop? Like, just make a romantic movie about that and make that.
Well,
good.
Jurassic Park is the same thing. Jurassic Park is about, Sam Neill getting back together with his girlfriend, like, and the action in between is just to keep you in your seats, I guess,
I guess.
If
Go
you
ahead,
ask
Ben.
me, it's like we've got some great CGI Twister effects. We're gonna build a movie around this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got sisters.
Kind of what it,
Holy shit, dude! You are not incorrect.
we got this fucking look. There's a fucking cow flying by. It's amazing.
There's that cow again.
Yeah, it was a zebra in another movie.
cow?
Apparently,
That's the same cow.
Love it.
I mean, look, I'll
I think that's
yeah.
really where you start with that movie, and then you assemble everything else around it. That's what. It's
yeah, that's how it feels for sure, man. That's definitely how it feels. I think, like, to be, fair and nice, like,
be fair.
I'll point out like some of the good things. Like, I'll point out some good things first. Like, the cast is really good, and it's the cast that takes this turd of a film and makes it into something that is,
Yeah.
liked by so many people. This is an incredibly popular movie, dude. And I remember being like, "Hey, this movie blows." But
Is that a pun?
Phillip Seymour Hoffman. I mean, this isn't like OG Hoffman, okay?
Or does it suck? I'm not sure.
It's not OG Hoffman in the sense of like him being an original gangster actor who's like so goddamn good, Like,
He was pretty
this
good,
was, like,
though.
no, he's really good, dude. But this is like before he reached that like OG status, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, no
he's
doubt.
still great, and it's still Bill, and it's still Helen Hunt, and it's still, all these other small character actors are EBD favorite, dude. Carrie Elwes, like, all these other actors are excellent. So, like, that's what made the movie so great for all the people that did enjoy it. You know what I mean? And to its credit, like, it's entertaining, dude. Like I told you, I laughed my ass off watching it last night. And even tonight, I didn't have the same fire, but like, I still enjoyed watching the whole thing, man. I mean, it's entertaining, dude. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it, but it was entertaining, that's for sure, And it moves along at a nice clip. I mean, it's like, from go, like, we're into it, we get like 2 seconds into the movie, and what does that girl say, dude? Like, one of the many terrible lines in this movie, dude, Joe, we got major action here. I was like, major action, what the fuck?
But the girl with the glasses and the headset.
Yeah, and then we find out that there's a whole sub-breed of humans and nerds called action scientists, and apparently these are those people, dude. So,
Storm
like,
chasers. I love it.
yeah, we're off and running, dude. But, it's like, I can see the entertainment value. I think the actors really made what it is, and everything else I'm going to say in the future is going to be bad. Go ahead.
The action scientist thing, like, I think, again, this is, 96. This is kind of right at the beginning of kind of mainlining the internet. Like, I don't know, Google might just have been getting off the ground. So like even search engines were pretty shit at this time. So I mean, it kind of was like,
no, it was like Ask Jeeves, fucking Yahoo.
yeah, exactly. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Prehistoric.
I think this was probably the first time I ever encountered the idea of a storm chaser as a teen. And I think I definitely was nerdy enough to be like, that's so fucking cool. So there was a bit of that.
After I'm done with my dissertation on indigenous
Ethnobotany.
tribes in South America with Sean Connery, I will be a storm chaser for a few years before I move on to my angsty teen phase.
Exactly. You know, I don't know. There was something that was kind of cool about chasing tornadoes.
I totally see it. I totally would not blame you at all.
Yeah.
Being that age, thinking that, dude.
So I think there's a little bit of that there for me too. I think that was part of the original attraction to the movie. It does not do that for me now. I'm not like, I'm quitting my job and going fucking storm chasing.
Can we pivot from
Please.
calling them action scientists to calling them action meteorologists?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, if you want. Yeah, or action nerds.
Can we get specific like that? Is that
Let's
cool?
get real specific.
I'm cool. Let's get real specific. Folks at home, we're going to get real specific and we're going to get real.
And can we also just acknowledge that Bill Paxton's character quit storm chasing to become a weatherman? And I want Bill Paxton as a weatherman. I want to see some Bill Paxton doing the weather on the news morning show.
I wish they had included like that would have been
extra
the best
scene.
part of the movie. Really, is just watching Bill Paxton like in front of a green screen.
Oh, it
with
would have been so
ions,
good.
like,
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that we
Like
can probably do with
even
AI in a year or two.
Sure. I mean, better even than Bill Murray doing it in front of a green screen in Groundhog Day.
I mean, that was pretty good.
Pretty excellent, right?
Yeah. Not the same as Bill Paxton doing it though.
Nah.
No, definitely not. Action meteorologists. I like it. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a thing until I watched this movie, and I honestly didn't really remember a whole lot about this movie. My recollection
It's
of
not a
this
whole lot
movie
to
was
remember.
just Phillip Seymour Hoffman and all those other nerds just fucking freaking out like all the time. That was my recollection of the
time.
movie.
The whole time.
Right? Like, I feel like
Oh,
every
it's
5
coming.
minutes
Oh,
somebody's
it's a
like,
storm,
"Bro,
guys.
we gotta roll!
Get in the truck.
You know, we got some major shit going down, dude. Get in the truck."
But there was some real
You know?
kind of like hackery, surfer duty, kind of bleep bloopy, bing bong ding dong lingo in this one. Like,
Oh, yeah.
when Phillip Seymour Hoffman's Jamie Gerst gets shoved off onto him, and he's like, I don't know, he's kind of like fucking a little Pauly Shore-ish in like some of his lingo. It was funny, dude, and so dumb.
In what
Like,
way? In
running
what way?
around
Give me an
and fucking Chinese fire drilling left and right to get into these fucking Winnebagos and shit. It was just hilarious.
Dude,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Dude, the camper van was the best. The camper back was the best because whenever they would turn the corner, it wasn't bolted down. It would kind of flop around. I loved that.
Yeah. Crappy camper / apartment. The thing was fun. The collection of, I mean, it was like the classic, like, okay, here's like, you know, the dirty kid down the street with like the dirty trucks and the crappy gear. And then like, here's the rich kid with like the sleek, black, sexy minivans and all this high-tech gear, you know? It's like such a 90s thing, dude. I feel like this movie is so 90s.
No, sorry.
Right?
Go ahead.
No, I'm done. I was done with that.
I was getting like Carrie Ellis's crew was like Jeff Goldblum's crew in Life Aquatic, you know.
No, sure.
It was like
Totally, man.
The matching black minivans was so great.
Oh my God. You know,
The camper van was kind of like Randy Quaid Independence Day kind of
definitely
camper van shit, you know? Or Randy Quaid in Christmas Vacation, for that matter.
It was really kind of a caravan of Randy Quaid-esque vehicles, right? Like
the
like,
least cool. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. The least cool what?
I was going to say the least cool vehicle in that and the whole ragtag fleet was fucking Bill Paxton's, you know, '90s Dodge.
Sick red Dodge.
Nice, brand
It was
new.
like the first year they made like
lipstick
that,
red
that
Dodge.
particular that particular
Yeah, it
style
is.
Dodge truck.
Yeah.
Like that's still more or less like the design of the Dodge.
I
truck.
hated that change to that style of Dodge back in the day, and I hate it now.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but it's not like, a big deal. And they clearly made a big deal about it for them.
They really did, yeah.
So
Sure.
There would have been some twistery Dodge commercials on fucking between the football plays and shit on TV.
no
Totally.
doubt. Just like the the
Dude.
Pepsi
Pepsi fucking challenge.
Inclusion.
the inclusion of like chopping up
Everything
the fucking
Pepsi.
Pepsi cans and making little origami fucking windmills out of them to attach to fucking the weird, the fucking little flying devices that are
The
supposed to come out of
sensors,
it. Yeah.
Ben, did you notice that on the Doppler thing, like when they were getting the data finally, there was like a brief second where it formed the Pepsi yin yang logo and then went back to, like, I'm not even kidding, man.
How much
I
did they
was
pay for
watching it. I
that?
was like, you've got to be kidding me, dude. Really?
I didn't, but I'm not
It's
surprised.
so funny.
Ugh, talk about
Product
egregious. Yeah, egregious product placement. You'll appreciate
Dodge,
this.
we got a bunch of fucking brand new Caravans and a fucking brand new shiny red fucking
Yeah.
pickup truck.
Boom, there you go. Exactly. Yeah, so the Ram was the worst vehicle in the fleet, dude. The first
was.
pickup
It was.
truck, if we just stick
That
on
was
the
pretty
vehicles for a
sick.
second, we might as well. That thing was awesome, dude. That thing looked like the fucking little mule, dude, from fucking Romancing the Stone.
It was
I was
pretty
like,
sick.
dang.
Wait, what's that?
The original Helen
I said
Hunt
that-
truck with the first thing on the back of it.
Yeah, the yellow
no,
one.
dude, that was a Jeep fucking J10. That's what I was gonna bring up
Oh, really?
next. Yeah.
That was a sick ride, dude.
J10. I didn't even know that was a thing, man.
Yeah, they had full size pickup trucks at a certain during the I think late 70s, 80s, maybe a little earlier than that. Problem
Wow.
is they rusted to shit, so there's virtually none of them around.
You're gonna have to repeat
But
everything.
they
you
were
just said,
fucking
'cause
super
Kev's
cool.
Watching, he's watching a video on it right now.
No. I'm actually listening to such a douchebag. I'm listening to Ben and I'm looking at pictures.
Wow, looking
So,
at it. Yeah, I love it.
Off. Okay. Ben, I was listening to every word. Please continue.
I was more or less done. They're fucking super cool. though.
Was it modified at all? It seemed like it was kind of a little custom.
No, they actually came with fucking paint jobs like that.
That's so sick. It was a sweet paint job.
Yeah.
It was like cat shit brown with Garfield orange stripes.
This one is like a darker cat shit brown with some gold and some orange, and it's got gold rims and it's dope. And it's got those little KC lights on the top, dude. Yeah, this is a dope truck.
It's like the
man.
equivalent
I
of back
forgot
when we
about
were
this.
20 and I used to take auto shop just because obviously I love cars and liked working on them, and there's always like three rednecks that had like sick 60s Broncos. I feel like if you got one of these, if there was one that wasn't rusted to shit and redid it these days, it would just be the sickest equivalent of that. It would look so good redone.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I was a big fan of the Scrambler, but I didn't even know this thing was a thing, man.
That's cool, dude. The
Yeah.
front end on them are fucking beautiful.
Dude, this thing is gorgeous, man.
Also known as the Honcho.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
But yeah,
I
they're-
like that.
If
dude.
you look it up, you'll see they came stock. Some of them came in the 80s, came stock with that, with those kind of paint schemes.
God damn, that's a good looking fucking car. It looks like it's some custom job for a movie.
dude,
they took
I
a
love
Cherokee and jacked it up on roids.
Yeah, but bigger than that. This kind of looks full size and based on what I
Yeah.
saw in the movie. Whereas the
Yeah, so it's the same-
Scrambler, but the Scrambler was really kind of more like that Ranger S10 size, right? Are you feeling
Right.
me on that,
Yeah.
Benny? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, look,
Yeah, and then you have the was it the Comanche, which is the small size pickup truck.
oh yeah,
From the
wow,
80s.
the Comanche, dude, wow.
Anyways, they exist.
Car corner.
I'm actually looking at
Yeah,
a whole
car
bunch of them,
corner.
but they're for sale for anywhere from cheapest one is 19,000 that I've seen thus far.
Yeah, right.
Whoa, Yeah.
To take a bit of work, I imagine.
No, I mean, I've got some definitely nice, like, sort of, you know, they look like they're either where you don't get a lot of salt on the roads or, you know, dry climate kind of.
Yeah. Sure.
But for the most part, you don't see them around New England because they just
They
No
fall
way.
apart.
No way.
They just rusted to fucking death.
Oh, this Comanche definitely looked like the Jeep, the little Cherokee, the boxy Cherokee that we all love.
Yeah, it was like the pickup
Yeah.
version of the
Yes, dude.
80s boxy
Very-
Cherokee.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Same
I love
grill,
those old,
everything.
like brown, gold, orange paint schemes, dude. So sweet.
Let's have a moment.
Pour one
Let's
out.
have, let's have a moment for the Jeep Comanche. No,
Yeah,
those
that
are
was my
super-
favorite part of the movie.
I'll tell you what, dude. You just listed the best part of this movie was that vehicle, dude. No
Yep.
question about it.
Besides fucking Phillip Seymour Hoffman saying that the gravy was it's practically
Its own
a food group.
Oh my god! man.
It's its own food group.
I love how they just slap down this massive slab of steak, and then he spoons out an absolute Devil's Tower from Close Encounters size portion of mash
Mashed
onto her
potatoes and-
plate, dude, and then ladles in like he basically makes it a mashed potato volcano, dude. There's so much
yeah.
freaking gravy in there.
Mashed potato caldera.
They were perfect serving sizes, man. I would totally
It's a
get down.
mashed potato caldera, dude. Excuse me, what do you call this dish? We call that one the caldera of mashed potatoes.
I love it.
Wow.
Mashed potatoes, steak, and eggs for breakfast? Sure.
Hey, whatever, dude.
Why not?
There's no rules when you're an
Why
adult.
not? I'm kind of into it. I kind of
If I've got leftover mash, I always have eggs over easy in the morning. Sometimes I'll forgo the toast or include the toast and have mash with all of that, and it's delicious.
Totally. I used to go to this place in San Francisco that was a soul food diner that a bunch of Koreans bought, but they left it the same name and they kept the soul food. So it was just a bunch of Koreans making soul food. It was so awesome. And I would go there like 2 or 3 times a week. And I would get fucking eggs over easy and bacon, but I would get it with rice. And it was fucking great. It was the weirdest thing ever, but I was so into it.
No.
Shout out to
rice
Eddie's.
is really good. You know, you get a little rice
I
and
love
some leftover
kooky
taco
places like
meat.
that.
Oh, dude, it was the
Yeah,
best.
me too, man. A little leftover taco meat and some rice, dude. A couple 3 eggs on top.
He's just like mumbling in the
Leftover
corner.
taco meat.
I love it, dude.
You know what you gotta do? You get a little leftover taco meat.
Sexually charged. Sexually charged food descriptions.
and turn it around 180 degrees, 15 seconds, and again, put it in again.
Take some of the leftover cheese and you make a scramble and you put
in there,
some of the tomatoes in there too.
The hot tortilla finishes
A
it.
little sour
cooking
cream. There's my crushed taco shells.
Bit of cheese in there. I love it. That was a good. I enjoyed that scene at Aunt Meg's place.
So what's
Well, what's for dinner, man? Yeah, there you go.
What's for dinner? Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I remember when I saw this movie back in the 90s, and I was just like, you know, it's just so chaotic, dude. It's like from minute 2, it's like, you know, the chaos is going on, and then like 2 minutes in, I even wrote it in my notes. They're already squabbling away, dude, within 3 minutes, you know? What's the matter? Nothing's the matter. Why would anything be the matter? No, you're getting married. That's great. Oh, and I was like, okay, so here's the tone of the whole movie. Awesome. So, you know, so we get that going on. And then, you know, nerd number 1, dude, we got some major action. Nerd number 2 is like, it's extreme.
But then Bill
And then they're
Paxton will
like-
come
and
and
then
he's
they're
like, have
just
you
like-
seen the angular momentum of the cumulus circumcumulus?
Oh, totally. I need my dew points. How are my dew points, people? I was like, holy shit.
Give me 50 cc's of Big Dog Ding Dong.
That's it.
Thank you. Exactly, dude. Where was Henry, dude? You know, with the shorts on and the lab coat, dude. You know, like, so, like, all of this chaos is going on, right?
He's right. He's right in there, man. He's right in that movie. He's right in there.
No, dude,
you know,
you know where he is? He's in the basement at Aunt Meg's house. Totally,
man.
That's where he should have walked up out of the basement and been like, guys, I got some bing bong ding dong.
I was more thinking he was like the medic and like he was like set up shop in the fucking camper truck.
Oh, hell yeah.
Totally right. Yeah, oh yeah, there you go, man. Nice.
Patching up wounds and shit.
From debris. We got debris. We got sisters.
Matthew Lillard from Hackers is like his nurse, you know.
Totally.
It's like, bro,
oh my god!
Listen to this mixtape while I stitch you up. It'll be fine.
I'm wearing rollerblades too, by the way. You know, like I think the point of all that is that it's so chaotic and high energy that it's just like, hey, we're driving by Aunt Meg's house. Oh, let's stop in there. Oh, don't steal all my aunt's food. And then they're like, oh yeah, too bad. And they all just fucking burst through the door, dude. There's like 20 nerds, 20 action meteorologists, dude. And the next thing you know,
through the door,
everybody's eating freaking tomahawk steaks, man. Like, what the fuck? It was crazy.
I mean, Meg just has like, you know, fucking on any given day, like 50 tomahawk steaks.
Dude, I like that. I like that. Like, where'd you get the steaks? She's like, did you see my cows out front? They're like, no. She's like, oh.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, I mean, at least they bothered to explain it. You know what I mean? Like,
So
that was...
great.
I kind of appreciate the effort in a movie that you otherwise are suspending disbelief for the entire time. You know, like almost including all the relationship bullshit, which is the only real sort of meat in this
meat, if you will,
in this shepherd's pie, this tornado pie. Sorry. So yeah, the Meg's house scene was just so like, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. I just hate this movie.
Pure chaos.
I hate it.
It was total
and just
chaos.
stupid.
It was great. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, and Jamie Kurtz, you know, is like, she did a great. In fact, she was probably like
great.
one of the best things in this movie, dude. She did a great job of playing this like awkward kind of outsider who's understandably scared shitless, but really making a great effort at keeping up with everybody during the course of the nonstop chaos that is going on in this movie. You know,
And I love that she was a 90s psych who had to talk people through their sexual bullshit in the back of a truck.
yeah,
so
I
great.
even wrote that down, dude.
That's
She didn't only marry your penis. Was the line. That was one of the lines. No. She didn't only marry your penis. And then 2 seconds later, Sidewinder! You know, I was like,
let's not gloss over the incredible she mullet that she had going on.
Pretty sick.
And the pantsuit.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty epic.
Definitely, noteworthy indeed, dude.
Very,
That was,
very power suit 90s. It's perfect.
Yeah, I feel like that was when the she mullet was kind of like, hey, I don't want to look like a mullet anymore. And then it's like, I'm going to 90s out. And then it's like, yeah, you're still a mullet, dude. You know?
Yeah.
It was total. It was a mullet.
Right? You're like, yeah. It's like, that's what happened at the 90s she mullet, you know?
What was her profession again?
A
She was a
reproductive
therapist.
psychologist.
Reproductive psychologist. Yeah, she kind of.
Dr. Melissa Reeves.
She looked more like the wife of a televangelist.
She
you know?
did.
Yeah,
She
she
did.
sounded like it too, man. She nailed that accent, though.
She did.
And I mean, honestly, dude, like, aside from that Jeep J10 that Ben and I pined about a few minutes ago, her, like, as the dialogue in this movie is dreadful. I mean, that's not really a surprise, but I think like the best scene in the movie is when she says goodbye to Bill. In fact,
yeah, totally.
both of my watches, I was like, damn, that's good, dude. You know, she's just like, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. I can't compete with this. Like,
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do this now.
I'm a big girl. I can find my way home. And then she just pieces out, and it was perfect.
Well, and then she's like, and I don't even. She's like, I'm not even sad about it. I was like, yeah, good for you.
Well, no, she's like, dude, we know this. You and I both know this would have ended within a couple of months.
Yeah.
You know, so she was laying it out. That was the best scene in the movie, and I was like, all right, cool.
It was
Like
pretty
one
solid.
good,
She was awesome.
solid drama scene, and then the rest of it's just fucking extreme mountain. It's a slurry of extreme Mountain Dew with extreme Doritos blended in there, and a lot of yelling.
Yeah,
Some
man.
steak. Where shall we? What next? Since
I think we should cast out a bit.
Yeah, we can do that. I was just looking at the screen. I have the movie paused right here on my TV, and I was noticing some of the other actors, all of which are new, recognizable from many
hell
other
yeah.
projects. Right?
Carrie Elwes was a great slimy dickhead in this one.
That guy can literally do anything, man. He's so good.
I just love how they made him just that slightly incompetent, where he's always following fucking the tornado whisperer around. Like, I love that Paxton's a goddamn tornado savant.
Totally.
Stops the truck in the middle of nowhere. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Just hang on a second."
Roach. Oh my god. Wait. I thought you wanted to cast out for a second.
Well,
That's
I am,
taking
but
us in
like,
another
it's just like him.
direction.
He's like got the sand in his hand. And he drops it down. And he's like sniffing the air, you know. But then meanwhile, Carrie Elwes is like, "Oh, which direction are you guys going?" You know,
Oof.
following him around. It was just really funny, man.
Dude, the whole stupid tornado whisperer thing was so dumb. Oh my god, dude. Wait. Hold on. I'm getting a feeling here.
Isn't there a road up here?
Getting a
Take a
feeling
left.
here. It's gonna shift.
turning. It's gonna turn.
You gotta get a little. I was really hoping for some Paxton from you, Benny. The only thing I could as I was watching this last night, I kept saying out loud in my house, "Hey, everybody, it's a tornado."
Well, what was the "you must land the aircraft now"? He kind of had that kind of, you know, air traffic controller vibes.
Hold on, Chad. I wasn't done because that was the other thing I was saying out loud as I was giggling all over my house. I kept saying, "You must land your tornado now."
But Carrie Elwes as the inverse tornado whisperer. And then he gets that, you know, comeuppance at the end, you know? He just gets sucked up into a fucking tornado, dude. It was just like...
Yeah, but he
fucking
wasn't like that.
terrible and great.
I guess, but he wasn't really that much of a douche. You know what I mean? He kind of was, but they were kind of working together at some points in the movie.
Yeah, like he
and then all
didn't
of a sudden
deserve to
they're just
fucking die, but they just killed him
right?
anyway.
That's what I mean. And then they're just like, you know, it would have been great if he had gotten his comeuppance, but not like death. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, that's a little extreme for a movie like this, especially when you're talking about action meteorologists, you know, like they're just like, "Jonas, don't go in there."
He's like,
you
"Fuck
know?
you
And he's
guys.
just like,
You're trying to trick me."
I'm not listening to you. I'm switching channels right now.
Yeah, finger in the ear.
Tried to
La, la,
trick
la,
me.
la, la.
exactly. And then there's like, oh well, and then he's gone, you know. And
was
then
great.
nobody gives a shit about that.
But then they're
Him
like,
or
"Eddie,
his
Eddie, you
entire
can hear us
crew.
turn." And it was the fucking boss from Fight Club, you know, that dude.
Oh,
sitting-
that's right. Yes, totally. That guy will always be Mr. Riley from Tommy Boy for me. But yeah, he's also the boss from Fight Club.
It was fucking great. Poor
Yeah, it
bastard
was.
just gets sucked into a tornado because Carrie Elwes is an incompetent meteorologist.
And he says, and Mr. Riley, the boss from Fight Club, says right before they get sucked up there, he's like, well, he's given you advice before, and he's never steered you wrong, you know? And it's like, we're talking about a tornado, dude. We're not talking about like some scavenger hunt, you know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, go down this road here. Ha, 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 I tricked you. It's like, that's not what's happening.
That's not what's
here,
happening,
because
bro.
If you go the wrong way, you're literally going to die. And you literally did die. And that was like really taking it over the top, dude.
Can we shout out the way that his truck gets picked up? So like it gets picked up, terrible special effect, and then it gets slammed down like a World War II fighter plane and explodes in a ball
Yeah.
of fire. It's
Yeah.
like, there's no doubt that fucking guy is dead. You know?
Yeah, they had some gasoline left over from the last movie we did, dude.
Oh,
Action
dude.
Jackson, and they were like, "Hey, let's explode this shit with
The
some
truck
gas."
going 100 feet in the air and crashing to the ground isn't clear enough. Like, let's make sure
Yeah,
there's a huge
yeah.
explosion.
Of course, dude.
Oh, that was good. Carrie Elwes, dude.
I
him.
love, and the whole way he was sort of, I mean, it was so like predictable too, man. It was like, 5 minutes in, I even wrote it down. Oh no, it's our evil doppelganger, Jonas. Like it was so stupid, dude.
He used to be our friend, but then he stole our technology.
He's all about the money. We're all about the science.
He's a corporate sellout. Have you seen our Pepsi cans?
You ripped off Dorothy.
Yeah.
Only your thing has like little square thingies, and mine has
You've
little
got
round
plastic
thingies
balls.
in it.
We've got plastic squares.
I love right, and then he runs up to him, and I thought he was gonna fucking deck him, dude, and he takes his
collar
hat
grab?
off really fast. No, he takes his hat off really Yeah, he takes his hat off really fast and throws it in the back of the minivan, and then he grabs him by the lapel. He's like, "Hey," It's like, whoa, okay,
That's my science.
yeah, right. That's my science.
I'm still having trouble figuring out how the data collected from those things is going to
Ben,
create a better early warning system.
come on,
for-
Ben. All you got to
for
do is listen to the
tornadoes.
fucking doodle-loop sound when the fucking things go into the tornado. That's all the science you need, my man.
To dip down into that for a second,
Yeah, go for it.
when- he's like, I think I figured out the problem. They're too light. And then Hut's like, what are we going to do about it? I'm like, make them heavier? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, dude.
Figured out the problem. It's too light. What are we going to do about it?
Yeah, so based on that knowledge, I don't understand how attaching the Pepsi can origami pieces to the little balls is helping in any way, because that aluminium is so light, dude. You know what I mean?
Nice British aluminum
Right?
pronunciation. I love it.
Aluminium. Mm.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It was great. I also like this is our secret Dorothy prototype. We've only got 17 of them. I hope it goes okay. They get 16 down, one more, guys. This is our last shot.
Right. And I liked how they introduced that little McMuffin to that the sort of the bleep bloop to end all bleep bloops, right? Filled with 1,000 tiny bleep bloops.
Dude, yeah.
I really liked how he shows up and he's like, "Oh, here, you hang out with Dusty for a minute," and then he goes over there and he's like, "Hey, Joe, it's Bill."
You guys get it. It's your idea, Bill.
Yeah, she sort of lays it out like, or he's like, "Yeah, well, actually, I am getting married," and then she's like all, kind of visibly embarrassed by that. And then she's like, "Hey, she's like, let me entice you with a bit of nerdery. Dorothy is finished." And he's like, "No way! Can I see it?"
You guys did it. You walked right by it on your way up here, bud.
"Yeah, it's right here in the back of my truck. Let me just take off this
It's right here in the
tarp."
back of my honcho.
It's an aluminum trash can filled with miniature disco balls.
Right?
We glued an RFID chip onto each one, dude.
I love how they
Yeah,
all had
so,
the little lights inside of them. God damn, it was just great.
Yeah.
Great.
I just love how she
miniature bullshit.
our action meteorologist, super nerd, entices him back with a bit of nerdery. You know what I mean? She's like, "Ooh, why don't you come out check over this giant bleep bloop I made?"
Nothing gets me hard like electronics.
It's filled with 1,000 tiny bleep bloops.
Nano bloops.
Do you want to ride with me in the truck?
Okay, just this one time.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Well, I do love bleep
Look,
bloops.
it's Dorothy. Oh my God.
I'm
wow.
driving.
As I feared, this sort of lame Paxton impression we're all doing is going to start morphing into a Bill Clinton real life.
Saxophone solo.
It's very
totally.
The razor's edge right there.
It is a razor's
It is
edge.
a razor's edge.
You go
buddy.
straight into Bill Paxton, and then you've got Jamie Gertz, who's in the Lost Boys, so it's going to go straight into that, too.
Totally.
There's some saxophone in action in that motherfucker.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't we have a fantasy about
Bill
Tim
Clinton
Capello
versus
Tim Capello?
We did, yeah. We had a whole thing.
Tim Capello.
I still believe.
We did.
I can't remember the lyrics to this song, dude.
That's probably not a bad thing.
It's probably not.
It's just about going through different things, you know.
Yeah. Through the pain,
Through the tunnel,
through the tears,
through the
still
door.
believe.
Through the scandal with Monica Lewinsky.
Through the weed. I still believe. I still believe. All right, so
Helen Hunt. That's next.
Yeah.
it amazes
Yeah, I
me
smoked
how
it, but I
this
didn't
show, this show has turned into like the biggest stream of consciousness podcast
It's kind of the show,
ever,
man.
dude. I know it's kind of
It's
it's
kind of
certainly
the
what
show.
it's more. I love like how 2 years ago we were like, okay, how do we want to structure this? You know, like every single show. Every show is like, all right, we're going to start with the high level, then we're going to move into this, and now it's just like verbal diarrhea.
Fucking nacho
for an
Dorito,
hour and a half,
Ginsu
right?
knife, cul-de-sacs. Helen Hunt. I don't know. I love Helen Hunt.
Okay,
Like,
so
you didn't vibe with her on this one. It sounds
well,
like.
I love Helen Hunt, and like, you know, like again, like these actors did a great job playing these parts, man, and I think that's what really made this movie work more than anything, because they're like we've all agreed, like there is no plot. It's just kind of stupid, like a lot of screaming, like, you know, Phillip Seymour Hoffman, like he pulls out all the stops to make that extreme sort of vagabondish meteorologist rock star guy kind of work, you know what I mean? And she does the same thing. I mean, good at playing the hurt sort of X, and you know, Helen Hunt was like finally out of whatever that show is that she was in, Mad About You. Wasn't it Mad About You?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mad About You with Paul Reiser. She finally got out of that, and she's like absolutely at her prime, and she's like super nerdy and super gorgeous. It was just like, wow, you know?
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, and everybody already knew she was an amazing actress, you know what I mean? And then we got like As Good as It Gets came out like the same year, and I think she won an Oscar for that.
Castaway
so,
also,
you know,
shortly thereafter.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, she's just like being a super action nerd babe in this movie,
A-lister.
dude. And, yeah, and it works. I mean, you know, it is what it is. For what it is, it works, you know?
Like, she wasn't very fleshed out, but I liked the angle that, you know, she lost her dad when she was young and kind of was chasing it a bit.
Yeah, that
PTSD.
that was a little play.
F5,
I mean,
bro. The F5.
Yeah.
I love
Jamie Gertz is like, has
Gertz,
anyone ever
yes.
seen an F5 and the whole place goes silent, like a steak falls on the floor?
Totally.
Did she just say F5?
We don't ever.
Only
talk
one of
about
us has
F5s
seen one.
around here.
Right?
We don't talk about the F5.
Don't be coming in here talking about an F5. It's a good way to get yourself shot.
You know what? I
Keep
think
those words out of your mouth.
Will Smith walked in and
Sorry,
slapped her.
those. Keep those letters and numbers out of your mouth.
The guy just fucked himself so hard. I love it.
Dude, he was
Oh,
already fucking himself, and he fucked himself even harder.
That's
Yeah,
great.
So
I
bad.
love and feel so sorry for the bastard. He just memed himself so fucking hard.
He did.
Yeah.
Right off the planet, bro.
So
Right?
funny.
Not any real coming back from that.
No.
But he's the nicest Scientologist.
Wait,
Is
what?
he a Scientologist?
Yeah, I think he went down the pipe for a while.
No, jeez.
Oh boy. Well, that's it. Will Smith, ladies and gentlemen. We loved him in those things that we saw, man.
Uh-huh.
Say hi to Zeno for me.
We were talking about Helen Hunt, and you brought up the whole like dad, like the family thing, like
Yeah.
I think for me watching this now in 2023, because I don't remember that at all from the night when I watched it back in the 90s, like it's a little played for me now.
Nowadays,
I
yeah.
was kind of like, come on, dude, really? Like here, this is, and she's like, this is the movie is really about. If I had to really stab at like what the actual story is about, it's about her redemption for losing her family. So she's hell bent, even if it costs her life, of putting this giant bleep bloop with 1,000 tiny bleep bloops inside a tornado, so somebody can get better data so that they can get a better early warning setup going. And they don't even know if that data is going to produce anything usable whatsoever. You know what I mean? So it's really just a giant crapshoot redemption arc for her, for her family dying, dude. Like, I don't know, man. It's a bit of a stretch.
Weak
It's a bit
sauce.
stupid. It's a weak sauce, dude. It is. Like Tenacious D has rocket sauce, dude. This is weak sauce.
There you go.
It is no rocket sauce.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the whole time I was like, didn't the Weather Channel exist already? Like, didn't they already have pretty good, like, indicators
Guesses.
of, when there was going to be
Guesses.
shitty weather, radar, there's Doppler, there's all this stuff. Like,
Well, it was all there. Dude. We used to watch it.
I don't know. I don't know that much about tornadoes, but I feel like we already kind of had that shit bagged at that point.
I like,
Bro,
I don't know anything about a tornado, but I watched this movie, so I'm a fucking expert.
Right, but we all spent time in the trades, dude. And I remember, it was like in the 90s, like you flip on the freaking Weather Channel in the morning and see what the hell was going on with the radar.
Yeah.
Always.
Of course.
And it was just like the Weather Channel was just a loop of somebody explaining what was going on, and then they just showed the freaking the blob map, right?
Some really incredible smooth jazz music.
Oh, yeah. With the text. It would just be the text would come through every 2 minutes.
Yeah, the text, dude. That's when the Weather Channel was good.
That was
baby.
before it was Extreme Mountain Dew channel.
Oh my god.
Aunt Meg was D-Fens's mom.
Totally, and the weird scientist lady from Minority Report, dude.
Dude, I love it.
Lois Smith.
There's so much connective
Yes.
shit with these actors, man.
Mm.
I've got one for you guys. Did you guys figure out who Sean Whalen is? The like dude that had like a 6-story fucking set of upper gums on the crew.
Dude, Sean Whalen has been in so many movies, dude. I know him from a bunch of other movies, but I don't know. What do you got?
He's the dude. I read through his IMDb like 9 times. Like, where the fuck do I know this guy? He was the dude from the Got Milk commercial that had peanut butter in his mouth when Aaron Burr was at the Aaron Burr Museum. Do you remember that ad? This is when you both were like, "What are you talking about, man?"
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm like. I'm sitting here
Come
listening
on,
to you,
dude.
and I'm like,
The
what
Got
the
Milk
fuck
where it's
are
like
you
the
talking about?
Aaron Burr Museum. Okay, fuck you guys. You're both
No,
taking
you know
a
what,
death for that.
dude?
I'm not taking a death for that.
I'll tell you what, I'm not taking it. But I will say
disagree.
this.
I'm not taking a death for that, man.
I'm not taking a death
You're
for that
dead.
either, dude. And the other thing I will say is that I'm listening to you and I'm like, wow, this must be what it's like for other people listening to me most of the time.
Most of the day, yeah. You're having a delightful time, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is wrong with that guy?"
I'm like going off on some super powered nerd cut in my head, dude. Right?
You sure it was
And
a
then
Waterworld
I-
that you knew him from?
Yeah, exactly.
And then shut up. And then I dare to share it with
Don't
somebody.
talk about my favorite
Shut
movie.
up.
I'm not gonna fight you in the parking lot, Charhigo.
And then
Because he was in Waterworld. Just
Was
saying.
he? I love it.
Yeah.
No, it was the Got Milk thing. Like, I yelled. I read it and I yelled. And my kid came in the room. He's like, "Why are you yelling?" I was like, yeah, dude was in a commercial. And he's like, What, Dad? What?" I was like, "Just leave it. It's fine. Dad's just being an idiot. Don't worry about it." And here I am again. You guys don't know the goddamn commercials. Fuck you.
Yeah, that guy's got some gums.
He's some chompers, bro.
he does. He's funny though too, man. He was really funny. He had a little part in That Thing You Do, which I really like. It's that Tom Hanks movie that he directed. Heckling this guy on stage is so fucking funny. I'm so glad we edit this shit.
Wait a minute. I do know the Got Milk commercial now.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know that.
The Upham from Shaving Ryan's Privates was in this one too, man.
That was the other thing I was howling at last night. I was like,
Dude, Upham.
I was like,
Jeremy
all I could think
Davies.
about was you, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh boy, that's
Steamboat Willie,
Upham
toot toot,
from,
fancy schmancy.
That's
Fuck
Upham
Hitler.
from Private Ryan's Shaved Parts.
Dude, I love him. Upham, dude. Upham's great.
Steamboat Willie,
Toot toot. Betty Boop. What a dish. I gotta watch that one again.
He did this the same year he did that thing.
Did he? Yeah, man. I don't know. He was so good in that, man. Fuck.
Snap, dude. He was in Waterworld. Wow, Benny. Nice one.
Nice pull, Benny.
Mm-hmm.
Nice one, Benny.
It's because I was looking at IMDb.
Yeah. He was also in Revenge of the Nerds 3, The Next Generation. I'm sure
As
that's
you do, as you do.
fantastic. As you
Ooh,
do.
terrific.
As you do, yeah.
So good.
The original Revenge of the Nerds was the bomb.
Do you know who would have been good in this? Jake Busey.
Dude. Well, this is definitely 90s enough for Jake.
Do you know why I say that, Kev?
Wasn't Jake Busey in
Because
this?
Jake Busey
Why?
was in this movie.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He was a tech in the mobile lab who was like, it's 150 degrees, 200 miles an hour. Brr. In Carrie Elways' mobile fucking lab.
Oh, he was in the Carrie Elwes group
Mhm.
of people? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Jake Busey was in this goddamn movie.
Wow, that is great. I do like that.
Makes up for the fact that you have no idea what I'm talking about with the Got Milk commercial. What about the dude from Parker
Also good,
Lewis?
yeah.
Also driving the fucking mobile lab?
What?
He's driving Paxton's mobile lab, though, isn't he? Abraham
Who-
Jerry
wait.
from Parker Lewis?
Jerry. Oh, wow, dude. You are dialing it up today.
How did you miss that? You of all people.
I don't know. Oh, I was thinking about Joey Slotnick, who is in a whole bunch of stuff that we've watched.
Joey Bag of Donuts?
Mobile lab technician. Wow.
What about
That's great.
what about
That's
Alan
great
Ruck?
stuff. I know. What about Alan
Cameron
Ruck, dude?
himself.
Cameron, dude.
Cam, and then he went on to have just a great career after Bueller, dude. I mean, he had
Succession,
mega
too,
fame
just
from
recently.
that, but
He
like
killed it in that.
Succession, and then like he was on his big thing back in the like 90s. Really was like West Wing, dude. Like he was.
Yeah.
That was like he was on that show with Michael MJ Fox, man. Like that was another thing that really
got into that
made
one.
him. That's not my thing either, man. You know, like political shows are just kind of like sitcoms are just
Sometimes they can be all right.
yeah, sometimes, but most of the time they're just dumb. But yeah, so like I don't know, that's like when you kind of zoom out and you look at all of these people, right? So the point of all of this pointless driveling on IMDb is that like when you zoom out, like the cast is actually really pretty incredible, man, with either
Yeah.
established amazing actors or actors that would go on to do great things or just excellent character actors that we've watched for years and years and years, like Zach Grenier, the boss from fucking what's that damn movie?
Fight Club?
Fight Club. Yeah, so yeah, it's just weird like that. A lot of memorable faces, man, for sure.
No doubt.
I kept thinking, like, how the fuck did they get these people to do this
Yeah.
movie? Like,
It printed money, though, man. It was a big hit. Like, it was a good
It was massive.
call
dude.
for these guys.
the other thing too about it is that, like, like to kind of answer your question, Ben, like, I think, like, normally you could say, like, oh, well, Helen Hunt's doing this movie and this person's doing this. Oh, well, I'll get down and do that movie. Like, a lot of times it goes like that, and I get that.
That makes sense.
But, like, Bill Paxton, like, he didn't get cast until very, very late in the process. In fact, Tom Hanks was actually cast in this movie. He even helped select the wardrobe for the character of Bill. And then he decided, he was like, this is not the right movie for me, and I'm not right for it, or something like that. And he decided to exit out. And while he was doing Apollo 13, he was like, da 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 da. He told Bill Paxton about this movie, and that's how he got into this movie.
Apollo 13.
So, like,
sick.
and there was there was a laundry list of other people they considered for this role as well. So it's not like, people were like, oh, Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt are doing this movie. Oh, I'll totally sign up and do this movie. Like, it's totally mystifying to me, like, how they got these people to do this movie.
Yeah, it seems like it was one of the tentpole movies of in terms of, like, it seems like the studios were like, this is a winner. Go get some good people on it. Like, they kind of thought it was going to be a winner from day one, which it seems like you wouldn't have thought that, but they were right.
Well, they got. I think they got
tons
lucky.
of product placement money from Pepsi and Dodge.
Exactly.
Let's get some big ones for this.
Exactly.
I know, you can just, like, see, you can, like, feel the drool dripping onto you from their mouths too.
No doubt.
I think that they got lucky because the actors they ended up with were so good. They took this totally crappy script and marginal dialogue and really made it into something that was exciting and fun and people really got into, because, as you said, Chad, this was a massive hit.
They made $500 million fucking dollars in 1996, dude.
That's a ton of cake for 96.
That's a fucking shit ton of money for that.
That's
time.
a lot of money right now. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like,
But even now, $500 million, dude, is like, my God.
it's pretty wild.
Pretty
Yeah,
excellent.
but let's face it, people were showing up to see the cow,
Yeah, fair enough.
That dude, this was
Twice.
This was like this was kind of when the CGI was really starting to kind of.
Can we segue that into the effects? Because it turns out a lot of the shit was practical, which I didn't realize.
Yeah, a lot of it was, but the CGI was there, and it was noticeable, and it was stupid. And let me just get this off my chest: the fact that the tornado growled.
It was pretty ridiculous.
Oh my God. Like,
Bothered
when
me.
it died out,
Did
it
that
made this
not-
weird, like, sucking noise.
Yeah.
Like,
There was like little girl screams in it and like tiger growls and fucking like elephants and shit. They had all kinds of different sounds in that thing.
It made me want to break a piece of electronics or something. I was like, when I heard that thing for the, I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Fair enough. It was definitely
Stupid.
CGI'd out, like no doubt about it. And at the time, it would have been probably good effects, I think. But the like,
Sure. But think about the rest.
the farm machine. There's a scene where all the farm machinery drops down on the truck that looks so fucking CG'd out, but it turns out it wasn't. That was practical. They suspended some shit. The fucking house that rolls across the road was real. The fucking tanker truck, for the most part, was real. Like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, dude. A lot
It's
of the
impressive that they did it for
destruction-
real and it looked like shit. It's like
I
okay.
know, right? I know. No, I mean, look.
when they drove that fucking Dodge truck through the house up the staircase, like,
And that I guess
flashbacks
that
of
was
fucking
practical.
Action Jackson there.
It was very action,
Dude,
Jackson.
that was so Action Jackson. Nice call. Yeah. No, I mean, look, the rain and the wind, like they had a jet engine to produce wind at some, various different points in the film. And, they had, like, import all this ice because they couldn't get chunks big enough for hail. And, like, I mean, there was a lot of practical stuff going on. And it's such a shame, too, because, like, somehow the stupid CGI just seems to, like, punch you right in the nose.
Yeah, it
and
sucks
it's
the
like,
life out of it.
It just, it kind of sucks the attention away from all of that other really excellent practical effect work. Because if like, you kind of just take that in a vacuum and you say like, all right, I'll forget about the movie and the dialogue and all of that crap. Like the effects work is really good, man. Like that's difficult to do, man. You know what I mean? And
people,
I mean, you're talking about. Go ahead.
At that point, though, people were showing up for big CGI.
They were,
movies,
yeah.
You know, like your
They were,
Jurassic
they were,
Parks
right.
and shit like
You're
that.
right.
You know, like it's like that was like a
Yeah.
big draw.
Yeah, big
It
time.
was. You're
Big
right.
time.
I remember Jurassic Park being like, dude, I even myself.
It was
like,
shit,
between-
but you know,
At the time, it wasn't.
but between that and Walking with Dinosaurs that came out on the BBC and Discovery Channel, I was like, holy shit, that's cool, dude.
Well, it's
I
the
remember- I must have-
Atari, Nintendo 8-bit. You know, like at the time, the graphics were fucking amazing. But looking back, you're like,
I know.
not
Yeah.
so much.
Oh my, yes, I know. All my kids can't figure out why I don't like Minecraft. I'm just like, I said goodbye to that 8-bit look bullshit like so long ago. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't get into that, man.
oh, it's not
so
even though.
weird.
It's like it's one of the ugliest games I've ever seen in my life.
Pretty ugly. My kid's obsessed with it right
Yeah.
now, so I'm like balls fucking
I
deep
don't-
in Minecraft.
Oh
yeah,
god,
I'm not. Yeah, I
Bless
know
your
my
soul.
kids are.
I'm looking at a
My kids are
Minecraft
trying to
pillow
get
right
them-
fucking
yeah.
now.
what even is Minecraft?
What is the Minecraft? It's just
I
Legos.
mean, it's cool that you can like. I like that you can be exactly. It's like Legos. You can build and create with it, and that's good. And I mean, taking in a vacuum for kids like that compared to any other game, like,
Yeah.
that's a great.
It's
game.
about as
And it's a
positive
vanilla
an
game.
experience you can get
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a kid
Exactly.
in gaming that's not like Halo fucking machine guns and shit, you know?
Well, it's like everything's about like fucking everything's about destruction and
Yeah.
all this kind of thing, and this is like the opposite. You know?
I see the
It's great.
appeal, but it's also, yeah, way outside of my interest zone.
Yeah, for me personally, it's like no, I wouldn't play that. But
They could take the same concepts and make a game that doesn't look like a fucking total piece of shit.
well,
Exactly.
okay, fair enough. But you know what? I mean, the weird thing is that I mean, for some reason, like when it launched, like it just like hit at the right time with people, and it resonated. That look resonated.
A little bit of
and I think
nostalgia.
that's- Yeah, I think that's it. For me, I was just like, ugh, gross. That looks
Yeah.
stupid. It looks
They took
terrible.
polygons from the original Tomb Raider fucking game and
Yeah.
like broke it
I
down
just
into blocks and like
What if we
that's the game?
What if we took Lego and Lara Croft's boobs and made a game?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I find, Ben, I can't believe you just brought that up because I was just like doing a lot of cleaning around the house and like I was going through some bins and I was like, I opened up this one bin that it was like kind of a bin of nerdery and at the bottom was
All right, we're not done with the special effects because there's a scene where like they're in the shiny red Dodge truck and like they're supposed to be like a tree that got snapped off that's like flying towards them, but you can totally tell they're backing the truck up towards it.
All right.
Like, it's like a quick shot, like, but like it looks so weird because it's like
Yeah.
clearly the tree is supposed to be heading towards the truck, but you can tell they're moving the truck towards the tree.
Love it.
I don't know. Yeah,
There's lots of brilliant
wonderful
There's-
practical
there's-
effects.
well, there's a bunch of sort of techniques like that they use in this movie. And I mean, again, in a vacuum I appreciate that.
Yeah. I get the like gripes of Kev here, but like I get the need to have the characters close to the action, but the amount of times that there would be like two people running, like Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt running away from a tornado while like the fence posts are being ripped out of the ground, but they're like 10 feet in front of that, so they're not getting like blown
I
around at all.
know.
Like it was
I feel like that's
constant.
like every other
Yeah.
scene in this movie, dude.
Yeah.
It's like they're just so close to the danger, and they're just like, "What do you think we ought to do?" And she's like, "Well, maybe we ought to go get out of here and get a cup of coffee."
Yeah,
And he's
exactly.
like, "All right, let's go." You know, and
These
it's
fucking
like,
trucks flying around and they're just like crouched
The-
down having a conversation.
right? And this like killer F5 that's like and they kind of they tee it up like the perfect storm, which was an actual event, not just a movie, right? They tee it up like, oh, this is going to be. We got like 3 storms coming in, one after the other. And
Once in a
everything like this in
60-year
about
thing.
12 years. Yeah, right, exactly. This only happens once every 335,000 years. They're like hanging around, you know what I mean? Well, the base of that thing's got to be a mile wide. Well, you should definitely get closer and then get out of the truck because I think that would be the best course
That'd
of
be a good
action.
call.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's funny, man.
So, yeah, I agree. Totally ridiculous, man.
Everybody, get inside. Get down. Get down. Get down low. Everybody inside.
I love I love the amount of times Bill Paxton would be like, "It's okay, honey. It's gonna be okay." It's like, dude,
Yeah.
no, it's not. Like, what are you talking about?
I know.
You have no
I know.
control over the
And
situation.
That's why Jamie Gertz is the best character in this movie, because she's totally the fish out of water, and she just keeps tagging along and stepping up to the plate, dude. Like the way she was driving the truck without anybody else because he had to jump in with his ex-wife. Like, it was great.
Yeah.
But you're right. He did do that. And every single time he was just kind of like, yeah, honey, you just ride with Dusty over here. You know, like he was always just kind of like pondering, I gotta go, babe.
And then he would get out of the truck after almost getting sucked into a tornado, like adrenaline pumping, and then he'd just be like, Yahoo! You know? And he'd see her and be like, oh, totally. Baby, oh, baby. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. She's just crying in the corner or whatever. Okay, man. When the truck that he was in drops down from the sky in front of her, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Terrible.
Last fucking piece here, I think, before Bits and Bobs is Jan de Bont, dude.
What about him?
I don't know. Just like he directed the flick and he did a couple of others. He did Speed. Speed and Twistah are like basically the same fucking movie. Like there's like a giant nothing burger that for some reason was like super fun at the time.
Speed?
Yeah, like I mean I love Speed. I loved it back in the day, but it's about a bus that can't go slower than 60. Like it's pretty dumb. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's about as dumb as this movie. Dude.
Exactly.
Dude,
so,
this director has the same birthday as me. That's
kind of cool. Cool, man. Get a Jan de Bont tat.
Tom Cruise. He did Minority Report. Oh, he was a producer.
He did. He was a cinematographer on Die Hard, Chocolate Rain, and Hunt for Red October. So like that seems to be his main chunk of success there.
Oh, guess what else he was involved in, Ben?
Airborne?
I was going to say Airborne.
We could only be that lucky. No, you'll like this even better.
Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, hell yeah. Love me some Crypt Keeper. I don't know. Shout out Jan de Bont. He seemed to have it going on, you know. Speed immediately
Make
followed by
sure
Twistah.
you don't get all twisted up.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he did Speed 2, which was pretty much the worst movie ever, and that was the end of his career.
I know, and it had Jason Patrick in it, too. He's great and sexy.
Why don't people like tornadoes? Because they blow and they suck.
That is a total Crypt Keeper line, Benny. Good one.
Love it.
I'm gonna go play a sax solo.
Bits and
Good
Bobs.
times. All right, what? Yeah, what? I mean, we kind of
The cow.
sort of
The best CG cow I've ever seen.
Yeah, we talked about that. That was a recycled zebra from another movie.
Jumanji or some shit.
We didn't talk about Scott Thompson was in this, who played Copeland in Police Academy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It just looked okay.
The scene where they strap themselves down to a pole at the end. This goes 30 feet underground. Strap yourself in. And they go through the middle of the F5.
And the fucking shack gets like torn apart around them, but somehow nobody even catches a
splinter.
Like a splinter at all. Yeah, exactly.
I know, right?
The pickets from the picket fence, like flying into the wall, like fucking throwing stars.
Totally like throwing stars.
Like fucking dats, Chief.
Fucking chucking dats.
I told you that story about being out in the woods with my daughter, man, and she like hits a random tree. It's the middle of winter. There's no debris. There's nothing flying around. She hits this tree with her stick and gets some chunk of something in her eye. This movie is not the winner. There's shit flying absolutely everywhere, and nobody gets a single thing in their eye. There isn't a single
there was the dude that got the
hubcap used in this movie.
The hubcap to the forehead was pretty good. Come on.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be fine.
I know. I love that. Right?
It's okay.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say here, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be all right. Right?
Yeah.
The tornado's still blowing and I don't have a med kit. You're going to be fine.
I did like the scene where they're hanging out at the Dairy Queen drive-through kind of thing with The Shining on. I enjoyed that scene.
At the drive-through?
Yeah.
At the drive-in?
Drive-in, not drive-through. Yeah, I think I said drive-through as well. Yep.
Nicholson's like, here's Johnny, and the fucking...
Yeah.
That's
tornado
it.
comes ripping
Things
through.
get
Tornado shows up out of nowhere. Everybody get inside! Get inside! Get down! Get down here!
Dude, these plot summaries are really terrible. Bill and Joe Harding, advanced storm chasers on the brink of divorce, must join together to create an advanced weather alert system by putting themselves in the crosshairs of extremely violent tornadoes.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Ain't. Well, nuggets then?
I don't know, like the most interesting nuggets I found, I already dropped during the course of our chat.
Yeah.
What do you got there, Chadwick?
I got it. This is a mediocre nugget, which was the dog in the beginning that she had was the same as Toto.
Wait, what?
It's kind of an Easter egg.
Yes.
Her dog is the same breed
is...
as Toto from Wizard of Oz.
I'm so glad that fucking Bill Paxton didn't say, we're not Kansas anymore.
Right? Like, you know that was in the script.
Right?
You know it was in that script.
You know that Paxton was like, I refuse to say that.
That's it. There was one cool nugget that was the tanker truck. The petroleum company on the side of it was Benthic Petroleum, which was the same one that Ed Harris's crew works for in The Abyss. Which is kind of a cool little nug.
Ooh, kind of dig that.
Interesting.
Kind of random.
This is a good nugget. Michael Crichton was one of the writers on this movie. Him and his wife wrote this movie, and they were paid $2 million for the script.
Dr. Evil style.
Yeah, which at the time was
million.
the highest, most expensive screenplay ever.
Wow. Studio got ripped the fuck off.
Damn right, dude.
Yeah, Michael Crichton was a fucking big deal back in these days, man.
He definitely was, because he also did wrote Jurassic Park, all that kind of thing.
Sphere.
So, I was telling Ben, I was telling Chad before you got on, Ben, that Joss Whedon and Steve Zalian were brought in as script doctors at a fee of $100,000.
You're a script doctor.
A week.
Ben stepped away.
You know what?
No, I stayed here. I stayed to listen, but I'm
yeah,
leaving that.
Fuck you, Chad.
I stayed, but don't care. See you guys later.
I stayed, but I did not care about what you said.
Again,
there was one other nugget here that, for posterity, we should throw out, which was when Bill Paxton died. A bunch of fucking action meteorologists made his initials with GPS to honor him.
Sweet, dude.
Which is kind of sweet and nerdy.
And it was only the 5th time that it had ever been done, and the first and only time it was done for a non-storm chaser.
There you go.
Pretty cool. Very cool.
The real action meteorologists love him. Any other nuglets, or are we at deaths? I think we're deaths.
I don't really care about the rest of these nuggets. I already read all the ones that I thought were good. Deaths, pretty thin. I'm sure there's some I didn't get. Oh, I only have me ejecting on Jeep J10.
And you got to give... You guys, I'm sure, will democratically vote me out of office and say that the Got Milk commercial is me dying as opposed to me thinking that you guys died.
Yeah, no, that's definitely you dying. For sure. Chad got the Got Milk death, baby.
Aaron Burr. Well, fuck you guys.
You did definitely... I will say honorable mention. That was a super deep cut, dude. And I appreciate that, bro.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes down to us getting
I'm not sure why anybody has
you,
to die, really. But
I mean, it's the name of the show, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, let's be honest. If you guys don't catch a reference, if no one in the show catches a reference that someone says, that person should probably die. Like, to be fair.
Oh, wow. I've reached my iCloud storage limit. Oh, thank you. I don't even have iCloud.
Ratings then?
Sure. Let's do it. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
I'll go.
Oh, I get it. I don't really know how to rate this one. Like, I enjoyed it, but it doesn't mean it's a good movie. I ended up sticking it between Monte Cristo and Red at a 5.4, but I feel like that's based on our conversation. I imagine you guys would both think that's a bit high.
Yeah, but it's really not about what we think.
It's not.
You know what I
It
mean?
really
And-
is not.
Yeah, and it's really about how you feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, I rated National Treasure like a 9. Or some
42.
shit. You guys were like, yeah, you guys like buried it down in the bottom, man. You know, so I think it's really about what you enjoy about the movie. So
Yeah.
rating.
I
it
think
at
I think like a 5 is
5.4.
a good movie and a 4 is a problematic movie. It probably should be in the 4s as a problematic movie, but I think the nostalgia bumps it up for me, so that's kind of where I end up.
Nostalgia is, I think, as we've
Powerful drug, man.
discovered, it's very powerful.
It's a hell of a drug.
It's a hell of a drug. So, that being said, you know, stick with what you got, bro.
I ain't
Yeah,
changing
man.
it. What do you guys got?
This is tough. Like, the movie is entertaining, and there's a lot of great actors in it, but the story sucks, and the movie itself is just, it's exhausting to watch, firstly. Secondly, it's just, I don't know. I just don't like it. You know what? I like it a little teeny bit more since we've been talking about it, but it's really probably that I'm enjoying this episode that we're recording more than I'm enjoying the movie,
Right.
and that's influencing me. So I'm gonna just go ahead and rate this movie. I don't normally do this, but I'm just gonna go with a flat 5 right in the middle, dude. I didn't like this movie when it came out. Like, its extreme freaking bullshit vibe just annoyed me. That did not really change a whole lot.
Extreme fucking bullshit vibe. I love
It's
it.
extreme bullshit. It's like extreme bullshit, but like there's no extreme Mountain Dew. There's no extreme Doritos. Like, where the fuck is all that stuff? Because a movie like this should have those extreme 90s items in there.
So are you saying
You know,
this
so-
should be a 90s bag of Doritos, but it's a 2024 bag of half-assed Doritos?
Well, what I'm saying is that it should, for a 90s movie that's so extreme and everybody's so extreme in it, and because the 90s was all about being extreme, this movie should have product placement, the likes of Extreme Mountain Dew,
Yeah.
Extreme Doritos.
Should have more
it's like,
nacho
where
cheese
is all
on
that
it.
stuff. It's like, at least give me that if you're going to give me this crappy movie, dude, with all this
Like-
crappy dialogue and a crappy story. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's just
Everybody should
That's
constantly be eating an extreme Slim Jim of some variety.
Yeah.
there you go, dude. Exactly. And going to the toilet every 5 minutes because of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, it's a Stallone's 5, dude. That's my first Stallone's 5. It's a Stallone's 5, dude. This movie is a 5. It sucks.
Okay. Love it.
In fact, my first note was, this movie sucks. My second note, this movie is so 90s.
Yeah. It sums
So-
it up.
There you go. Benoit.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's a 4.
Wow.
I'm going to give it an extra 0.7 just for the cast. And
Ooh, I
just
like
because
it.
I have a soft spot for Mr. Paxton. But
Totally.
yeah, this is, I laughed throughout it.
So
I have no nostalgia for it. I laughed throughout it because it was just so ridiculous. You know, it did sort of entertain me, but also I was
Definitely,
just
it was
like, what a
entertaining.
POS. The entire time I was like, how did
same.
this happen?
How did they get this actor? How did they get these actors? Who wrote this movie? Then I found out who wrote it. And I'm like, I can't believe this guy wrote this movie because the dialogue is terrible
Mm.
and the story
Yeah.
is non-existent. You know what I mean? It's like, exactly.
Did
Yeah.
Snaps watch this one with you?
It's like disbelief,
Yeah.
bro.
And where did she end up? Same.
Yeah, we were right on the motorcycle together. We're both just like, what the fuck?
Fair enough.
Did you happen to be?
I think
on a motorcycle
to 11s
together
is my
while
rating a
you were
little bit.
watching it?
I think it's a 5, but it's a plus 0.4 for Jake Busey.
Oh my god!
'Cause I love me some
you are
Buse.
such a nerd, dude. I love it. I always liked Jake too, man.
Dude,
That
Jake.
violin scene from
Son
Starship
of
Troopers
buttered
is
sausage.
Right?
son of buttered sausage. Yes.
They're making a reboot of this, dude. They're rebooting this with the movie Twisters.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, let's talk about that.
And I'm going to propose that we watch it, and you guys are going to say no. But
No, I'll agree to that.
there is
right
nothing.
now.
There is no reason to remake this movie.
No.
There's less than zero reasons to make this movie. It's such like the idea of a remake is so dumb.
Yeah. The only
It's
reason that
taking
this
a-
even partially works is because it was made in the 90s.
No, dude. There's no way that this. Just make a movie that's a tornado movie and don't try to attach it to this movie. That is so dumb, dude.
Chris
It's
Nolan's
just-
going to remake it with all practical effects.
Yeah, he's going to make real
in
tornadoes.
IMAX.
Okay. I like it, man. I like it. That I find very funny, dude. The director, Lee Isaac Chung. I mean,
Director
who
Lee
knows? The
Iacocca.
movie-
Did you guys see Oppenheimer yet?
No.
Yes.
I was
Pretty
talking about
solid.
it, so shut up.
Shut up.
So
Watch the trailer to Twisters, Kev. It will make you groan like a tornado in this movie.
Done and done. Yeah, right? Totally. There's no reason to make it. It's such a stupid idea, dude. I don't it's actually sucking the intelligence out of whoever's involved in the movie. That's how stupid the idea is.
That's it, man.
Dude, tornado comes. No.
Everybody get inside. Get inside.
Hey,
get
everybody,
down.
get inside. We need to get some more marine fuel.
Land your aircraft.
You must land your twister immediately.
Land your truck now.
Where is the video?
Sir, your truck should not be flying around in the sky.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to park your vehicle somewhere else. It cannot be airborne.
I love the subtle inclusion of the word
Sir.
airborne there.
Land your cow
Right?
now.
Same cow.
Well, here you go, man. This is confidence inducing. So this new stupid Twisters movie
Mm-hmm.
has all these people that I don't know. But it does have the guy who's replacing Cavill as Superman.
Boo.
All right, what are we doing next week?
Right. Chad, what are we doing next week?
I don't know. I've got Inglorious Bastards down we talked about recently, but I actually don't really have much of an
What?
opinion. What do you guys want to do?
Inglorious. I don't
Fucking
remember
Blue
any.
Thunder.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Dude. Yes. Done and done.
Shitty Roy Scheider movie. Come on.
Shittiest of Scheider movies.
I gotta say, dude, if we watch this movie, dude, there's a very high probability that I'm gonna get on a freaking Airwolf tear.
That's
And
fine.
I know, but like we might have to watch the entire show.
Just to
Airwolf for
tease you
that.
guys a little bit, I had this on beta. I would watch this on beta in my house, Blue Thunder.
Nice. Wow.
On fucking goddamn it, dude.
It was beta.
Betamax.
It was beta, and
Dude,
you watched the
you're,
first 3 minutes where there's some boobies in a skyscraper. It was, perfect. It's a perfect movie.
Your nerd cred just freaking went through the roof, by the way, because of that. Definitely.
1983's Blue Thunder.
Yeah, nice. I like it. If you can find a copy on the ground outside somewhere, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Unless it's
yeah.
playing somewhere, of course.
There'll be one in the bin at Walmart.
Yeah, there you go for $3. Blue Thunder.
I like it, Benny. I'm down.
Flying around in your stupid helicopter.
Exactly. Stupid.
You come down here and fight me like a man.
It's
Come
got
on.
Marv from fucking
Get
Home
out.
Alone in it, dude.
Get out of
To
your
put the
window
knife
to the
in me.
helicopter.
Dude, Malcolm McDowell's in this? Fuck yeah.
Oh, bro, it's on Tubby for free.
See the look in my eyes when you turn it.
That just made it even better.
Look into my eyes when you turn it.
I want you to take this key. I want you to come over here and put it inside the lock. And then I want you to look me in the eye as you turn it.
Put the chicken shit gun down, Bennett.
Dude, it's on Tubby for free. The conversation is over. It's
Okay.
on Tubby for free.
Well, that's
That
what
just
we're
made
doing.
it even better. It's made it even better. We're doing Blue Thunder on Tubby for free. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Thunder on Tubby for free. I'm sure
Sounds
that
like
an
you're doing
Apache
a football play.
helicopter
Blue Thunder, tell me for free. Hike.
Blue Thunder, Tubby for free. 22, 23, hike. I'll tell you what, man.
tell you
a
what,
modern day.
We missed our coverage of the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when was that? Last week?
It was a pretty good. I didn't watch the game. I watched the highlights. It was pretty fucking good. I don't even really like watching this shit, but it was pretty good.
I think a modern Apache helicopter could probably fucking just
Take out the
this
Super
thing
Bowl?
out.
You're probably right.
But here's the thing. Airwolf is still the shit.
Airwolf versus Blue Thunder?
Yeah, dude, everybody has wanted to see Airwolf versus Blue Thunder since 1983, bro. Totally, dude.
Dude, an Apache would fuck Airwolf up. I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm sorry, but Airwolf is still the king.
Nah.
An Apache would fuck both of them up.
No.
Yeah. What, the King,
No way.
Elvis Presley, and Airwolf?
Yes.
No, I want to get a replica of Airwolf and name it Elvis Presley,
Okay.
and then watch it destroy everything.
I want a Dragon's fucking Cars Airwolf with Kit from Knight Rider and have a talking helicopter.
There you go.
Nice. I just want a Vietnam era Huey.
Dude, saw one of those the other day in a
Same.
airplane museum because my dad came to town. It was fucking so sick, dude. Those Hueys are so
And let me
sick.
guess. You went up there and you were like, is it possible for me to rent this?
Can I have this?
And the guy was like,
no.
sure. That'll be $2 million.
$2 million? Good one, Kev. Good one.
Right?
It's a fucking big old
And then you were like,
green flying Forticana line.
Love
Totally,
it,
man.
dude.
Right? With just like all open on the inside. You could fit like 20 of your buddies, move a couch, whatever.
It is
A
for
big
sale.
sliding door on the side.
Yeah, dude.
Totally, man.
It's for sale. How much is it? $2 million.
$2 million.
Can I rent it? Sure. How much is it? $2 million.
$2 million. I just want to rent. You know what? I just want to rent it for the day. My father's a pilot. He's in town for a week.
$2 million. I love that you just pulled that one, dude.
Right?
God damn, that's perfect. All right, end the show. That's the perfect way to go out.
I love it. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining us for the terrible Twister. And we will see you next week for Blue Thunder, which is not better than Airwolf. So long for now.
Toodles.
So, yep.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode, folks. If you'd like to check out the show notes, you can do so in your podcast app of choice or at our website, ebd.fm/episodes/243. As always, we'd like to thank everybody that has supported us low these many years. We very much appreciate it, just through listening, donations that you've done on Patreon, and also just sharing the show with friends and leaving us reviews. We really, really appreciate it because we love doing this. And for those who would like to support us, you can do just that. You can tell your friends, tell your family, check out the show. You can rate us, review us wherever you get your podcasts, and you can also support us on Patreon. So, by all means, do so. We'd appreciate it. Additionally, if you'd like to join us on social media, Instagram is the place where we habitate, and that's at EBD Podcast on Instagram. So join us there. Folks, thanks for joining us for Twister. We'll see you next week for Blue Thunder. So long for now.
Everybody dies.
Beady, beady, beady. Stop into it.
Nothing gets me hard like electronics.
I find, Ben, I can't believe you just brought that up because I was just like doing a lot of cleaning around the house and like I was going through some bins and I was like, I opened up this one bin that it was like kind of a bin of nerdery, and at the bottom was in a CD case was a Lara Croft Tomb Raider game, like a PS1 or a PS2 game. I was like, wow.
I thought you were going to go a
that's
slightly different
ancient.
direction there. I thought you were going to go with the grandma's boy, like, oh, Laura. You know, like,
Yeah, Laura, you're a dirty explorer. Why don't you stop
yeah.
underwear? Yeah.
I love that scene, dude. It's so fucking gross.
I'm likely going to cut all this out, but
Nah,
I'll
come
continue
on,
by
it's not that
saying,
bad.
Stop
I'll
it.
continue by saying
Better
that
not.
I found the CD case with Laura, and I went into the bathroom and I beat up.
That's it. That was it. That's my
You're
story.
like, fuck it.
No, and then I walked out and I went, yeah, exactly. On the way in, that's what I said. And then I walked out and I was like, you know what? It does work. It was sexy.
I'm going to keep you around, Lara.
You know what? Alex was right. It was sexy. It did
love
work.
it. I love how we started on the special effects and we ended up here.
Rocket sauce, take one. Rocket, rocket, all of my rocket sauce. All of my fucking rocket sauce, all of my rocket sauce. Hey, rocket, rocket, all of my rocket sauce.